Hey, this is Mr. Barr, and I'm trying to get my document camera to work, so here we go. This is the Math 1, goal number 1, reason in units pretest. So here's the title of this thing, so let's go over this. Fill in the missing values. So up front, I'm telling you that 1,320 feet, 1,320 feet is equivalent to a quarter of a mile. I'm telling you that 2,640 feet is equivalent to a half a mile. So what is 3,960 feet? Well, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to set this up and cross multiply and divide. I'll set it up as two ratios. So I know that 1,320 right here is equivalent to 0.25. And I know that 3,960 is equivalent to the unknown. So these guys are equivalent, those guys are equivalent. I'm going to cross multiply and divide, and I'll get 3/4 right there. I'm going to do the same thing here. I know that 1,320 is equivalent to 0.25. I know that 7,920 is equivalent to x. Cross multiply and divide, you get 1.5 or 1.5. It takes Mr. Barr 45 minutes to write a test. This year he plans on writing 39 tests. How many hours will he spend writing tests? Hopefully a lot less than that. Okay, so I know that one test is 45 minutes. 39 tests would be how many minutes? Cross multiply and divide. I have 1,755 minutes, because this was in minutes. If I divide that by 60, I get 29.25 hours. So here's a unit conversion right here. I'm going from minutes into hours. And at this level, I assume that you know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. Next one. Stephanie, my wife, is going to Germany, which we did go to Germany this summer. She's going to take $1,200 with her. She did not take that much money. Once she gets to Germany, she would like to exchange it for euros. The exchange rate is 0.88 euros for every dollar. How many euros will Stephanie end up with? So I know that 0.88 euros is $1. X euros would be equivalent to $1,200. I do a cross multiply and divide again. Cross multiply and divide. And I get 1,056 euros. Remember the units on your things so that the numbers make sense. Don't just tell me 1,056, because maybe, I don't know if you're talking about euros or lira or pesos or what's that? What's the currency in China? The Rini, something with an R, I think. Okay. And I know the lira doesn't exist anymore because Italy uses the euro. Okay. Next one. After working for 45 hours, I made $1,059.75. How much do I make per hour? Well, I know that 45 hours equals $1,059.75. 1 hour would be what? Cross multiply and divide, $23.55. The table below shows how far various cars can go on a full tank of gas. I've got the Prius, the Corolla, and the Volt. Part A, determine the average fuel economy in miles per gallon for each car. Explain how you determined your answer. The idea of the per, miles per gallon, per is a kind of a fancy word that's telling you to divide. So I'm doing miles divided by gallons, 48 miles per gallon. Miles divided by gallons, miles per gallon. Mile divided by gallon. Explain how you determined your answer. So what did I do? Since per is division, I divided miles by gallons. Miles divided by gallons. So I have all these fuel economy standards. Part B. Explain what these values indicate based on the context of the data. Well, we're talking about cars, and this means that the Prius gets the best fuel economy, followed by the Volt, followed by the Corolla. So what did I say? It indicates that the Prius gets the best mileage, followed by the Volt, and then the Corolla. Let's see. I bought 2 gallons of milk. Each gallon contains 16 cups. Each cup contains 236.588 milliliters. How many milliliters of milk did I buy? Round the answer to the nearest tenth. Okay, so I know that 1 gallon is 16 cups. So 2 gallons is going to be what? 32 cups. Cross, multiply, and divide. Let's bring this over here. I know that 1 cup is 236.588 milliliters. So 32 cups would be what? Cross, multiply, and divide. 7,570.8 milliliters. Once again, notice I put my unit on it. Number 8. All right, I'm going to paint the exterior of my house. My house is 61 feet long, 28 feet wide. It's a rectangle, pretty boring house. It really is my house. My house really is a rectangle. Okay. And I really think these dimensions are pretty close to it. 8 feet high. They guy at Home Depot. How about the guy at Home Depot? Let's make that correct. The guy at Home Depot told me that 1 gallon of paint will cover about 300 to 350 square feet. The paint comes in 5-gallon buckets. How many 5-gallon buckets do I need to buy? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the surface area of my house. So here's one wall. Yeah, my lights just went off. Okay, where am I? So here's one wall, 8 times 61. So I have 488 square feet of wall there. Here's the side of the house, 8 by 28, 224. But remember, if this is the front and the side, which is 712, I've got to double it because I have the back of the house and the other side of the house. So I doubled it to 1424. So I have 1424 square feet of walls. And I know that a gallon or a 5-gallon bucket can do between 300 and 350. So I've got to account for both of those. So on the low end, on the high end, if I did 1424 divided by 300, I get 4.7 gallons. That's how much paint I need, which is 1 bucket. If I went on the better coverage that I'm using less paint, so 1424 divided by 350, 4.1 gallons would be 1 bucket there. So either way, I'm going to need 1 bucket of paint. Hey, what's going on? I am making a video right now. Can you come back? And no, I didn't put my sign up. It's good.
I was just looking for Diana, so I'm so sorry.
No, why? If I didn't put my sign up, you want to say hi?
Hey!
Hey! Miss Jackie says, hey!
Hey!
Okay. I'll see you later. Okay, my house is still 61 feet long and 28 feet wide. I know that 1 foot is equivalent to 0.3048 meters. What is the area of my house in square meters? Make sure that you round your answer correctly based on the precision of the units that were given to you. Okay, so this guy has a couple different components to it. First off, how do I find area? Well, like length times width is going to give me area. Before you do the length and width, though, you need to convert both of those into meters. So I'm going to convert the length and the width into meters. And then I'm going to find the area. Don't think that you can find the area first and then just hit it with the meter conversion. There is a way to do that, but I'm not teaching it. But if you just go length times width and then hit it with that conversion, it's not going to work. So let's go with, so I know that 1 foot is 0.3048 meters. So 61 feet would be what? Cross, multiply, and divide. So my house is 18 meters long, and my house is 8.5 meters wide. Cross, multiply, and divide. Let's take those two guys, multiply them to get the area. There we go. Multiply them together. Here's my area. 158.67833923 square meters. But now comes the idea of significant figures and precision. Look at this. I only have 2 significant digits here. I only have 2 significant digits here. my answer can only have 2 significant digits. So that's why I rounded it to 190. Not 158. 158 has 3 significant digits. Can't do that. 2 sig figs. 2 sig figs up here, 2 sig figs up there. Answer has to have 2 sig figs. Your answer cannot become more precise than your initial measurements. Why? Oh. This is just me adding it for fun. 61 feet and 28 feet both have 2 significant digits. Answers can only have 2 significant digits. It takes me approximately 4.5 hours to drive from Redlands to Phoenix, a distance of 300 miles. 1 mile is approximately 1.62 kilometers. Use this information to fill in the table. So miles per hour. Miles per hour. Miles divided by hours would be 66.7 miles per hour. Kilometers per hour. Okay. Well, let's take those miles and convert them into kilometers. So 1 mile is 1.62 kilometers. So 300 miles equals x kilometers. Cross, multiply, and divide. So kilometers per hour. So here it is in kilometers. Kilometers is 486 kilometers divided by hours gives me 108 kilometers per hour. Meters per hour, okay? Well, let's convert those kilometers into meters and then divide it by the time. So I know that 486 kilometers is 486,000 meters divided by the time gives me 108 meters per hour. Now let's find it in meters per minute, okay? Well, how many minutes are in an hour? So here's meters per minutes. Okay, so 4.6 hours is 270 minutes. That's not right. 4.5 hours is 270 minutes. Is that right? I guess that's right. 4.5.6. Yes, that's right. So I do meters divided by minutes, meters per minute, 1,800 meters per minute. Okay, that's it. I'm done with this video. Bye.